Amusement parks are places of joy, laughter, and memory. But when the gates close forever, those echoes linger like ghosts. Steel tracks and faded paint become monuments, not just to fun, but to things that shouldn't be forgotten. Tonight, we walk through the rust and shadows of abandoned parks, where legends twist into reality, and the laughter of yesterday becomes the scream of tonight. Chapter 1: The Ferris Wheel at Crestfallen Park. Crestfallen Park once sat on the edge of a Midwestern lake, a carnival of sights, sounds, and lights that drew families for decades. After a tragic accident claimed several lives on the Ferris wheel during a storm years ago, the park closed overnight, gates locked, and lights dark ever since. Urban explorer Myla Reyes entered at dusk, camera in hand. The air was thick with silence, broken only by the creak of rusted rides swaying in the wind. Walking past cotton candy stalls and faded posters, Mila felt watched. Her light caught unsettling shapes. Dolls, half buried in gravel, their glassy eyes reflecting her torch. As she approached the Ferris wheel, the ground began to vibrate faintly. The wheel, long immobile, turned, slow, creaking, against all logic. Mila's breath caught. She heard laughter, not childish, but warped and distant, like music slowed too far. Then, a voice whispered from behind her, "You're here to join the ride." She spun, camera dropping. In the dim shadows of the wheel, figures stood, silhouettes smaller than adults, dolls animated into life, their heads tilted unnervingly. Mila fled, but the path back appeared blocked by the wheel's rotation, each turn seeming to close the exit. Finally, as night enveloped the park, she heard the wheel's final creak echo. Last rider. Chapter 2: The Whispering House of Marrow Falls. Marrow Falls, Funland, nestled in lush forest years ago, was a vibrant carnival until mysterious disappearances drove crowds away. Stories say those lost can still be heard whispering within the abandoned funhouse. Explorer duo Rafe and Lani entered the mirror maze at midday. Once brightly colored, now cracked glass warped reflections into grotesque shapes. As they advanced, a soft chorus whispered, not wind, but voices familiar, too familiar. Rafe recognized one, his own sister's laughter from childhood. The maze walls pulsed with light. Then the mirrors began showing memories, not just reflections. Birthday parties once held at the park. Lost loved ones long past. Faces the explorers wished forgotten. But then the mirrored images smiled back, even when Rafe and Lani did not. The mirrors shifted behind them. Doors vanished, reflections stayed. A final whisper came, layered with joy and dread. Come play again. And as the sun set, only one voice answered. Chapter 3: The Puppet Ring of Hollow Ridge. Hollow Ridge Carnival was known for its animatronic puppet ring. Mechanical performers that danced, sang, and delighted crowds. When the park shut down overnight after strange sabotage incidents, the puppets remained untouched until twilight hours. Researcher Caleb Trent returned years later with recording gear. The final project: capture any audio anomalies in the silent carnival. Within the puppet ring, the figures stood frozen, faces too detailed, smiles too wide. Caleb set up sound mics. At midnight, recordings began. Faint music, then chatter not from speakers, but voices echoing through space between the puppets. "So glad you came." As Caleb examined his footage, the puppet figures seemed darker, alive, and their eyes followed him. Then a mechanical voice, not from tape. "We perform for you." Lights flickered. The puppets spun to life, not with gears, but with movement that could only be described as living. Caleb backed up, recording still rolling. Their final words before the screen cut: "Encore." Story 4. The Clown at Crescent Funland. Crescent Funland stood silent for decades. Metal rides frozen in rust, paint flaking from cracked signs, and carnival music that seemed to echo long after the speakers died. Locals said the park closed after a tragic accident involving the carousel, and that something unsettling stayed behind. Urban explorer Trent didn't believe the stories. He walked past the broken turnstiles one grey afternoon, camera in hand, determined to capture proof of haunting. His flashlight beam cut through fog and twisted steel. That's when he saw it. A clown figure sitting alone on the toppled bumper cars. Its costume was faded, colors once bright, now muddied by time. Its painted smile was cracked, but its eyes gleamed with unsettling awareness. Trent lifted his camera. Click. The clown didn't flinch. Click. Nothing changed. But when Trent lowered the camera, the clown was standing, its long, lanky form poised at the edge of shadow. Trent felt the air tighten, like someone was holding their breath just behind him. A single whisper sifted through the silence. "Play with me." Trent stumbled back, foot catching on twisted metal. The clown advanced, each step unnervingly slow, like it knew his fear. His heart thundered, breath coming sharp in his chest. Then laughter. Not cheerful, not silly. A dry, warped cackle that sounded too close, too inside his head. He turned to run, but the path he'd walked in earlier wasn't there anymore. Just the clown and its widening grin. Finally, Trent reached the old carousel, lights flickering faintly in impossible rhythm, and the clown stopped. It gestured, a slow, deliberate motion towards the carousel. Its voice wasn't loud, just inside his mind. One last ride. Trent's camera fell, lens shattered, and the carousel began to turn on its own. Amusement parks hold the echoes of joy, but when joy fades, memory remains. And sometimes, the places we once loved become the places we dread. Beware the abandoned rides and vacant midway lights, for when laughter dies, something else may take its place.